see this is that team here picking up the tag Reason Gaming here, the sponsorship. Good to see the organization back in on. The one that's been in for a long time when you really think about it. It was actually pretty big surprise when after Cycle 1, the previous Reason team announced that they were dropping them and was not going to be moving on with them. But it's good to see them back. Obviously, Evil Corporation, the now former Reason Gaming team there. So hopefully that, again, helps explain what's going on here for those maybe confused. Go to hauntree.com. There's also information there about it. But anyways, good to see them here. They're going up against Bad Monkey Gaming here in this 2-game series, excuse me. With the group stages. As you can see, the standings going into this, both of these teams currently actually have 3 points. BMG happens to have played one more series. They lost to Fresh earlier today, 0-2, and then they went on to beat Revolution 2-0. Reason Gaming, on the other hand, they beat the new X-Sync team 2-0, which is how they've gotten their 3 points so far. So excited to see what they're about now moving forward, this new organization behind them and everything. I'm joined by Saint Rocks once again as my co-caster here, and I'm curious to see what this team is about. So here we go. Here we go with them.
I mean, definitely a match that's going to be important for both these teams. BMG, they want to prove themselves. They want to do better than last cycle, and doing better than last cycle definitely comes with winning against Recent Gaming. So yeah, they want to get these 3 points, and on the other hand, we have Recent Gaming, arguably the underdogs. They want to show the world they're here to compete as well. So they already got the Hellbringer down, so that's good. Okay, comfy pick there. maybe the Parallax you're talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Even. So.
Yeah, we saw again against X-Sync earlier. We were looking back at the games, and they ran the Parallax. Slaske actually played it, but as we do see here, let's go all the way back to the beginning bands. Tremble, Parallax, Wild Soul, and Behemoth. So, unfortunately, we're not going to see the Parallax because that's how worried BMG was of it.
Oh, right.
They initially banned it here, so that's some respect coming out.
Definitely. Looks like everyone is just agreeing to not touch the Zephyr.
Yeah.
Which is, maybe a testament to something should be done about the hero, but I'm not sure if something is in the works. I can.
There is. I mean, I can confirm that right now. I mean, there is.
Okay.
There are going to be some touch. I mean, it's safe to say yes. The hero's a little bit out of control. Win percentage being as high as it is alone is evidence of that. So there is, I believe, in the upcoming patch. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I believe in the upcoming patch here. So,
okay.
On that note, but yeah, so that is good. Again, all the teams that apparently have just agreed to ban it from tournament play, anyway. So, what do we see there? Empath coming out for Reason Gaming. Yeah, the other thing about this Reason Gaming team, I mean, the more that we're seeing, obviously this is now their 3rd cycle. They qualified initially, formerly Sonic Esports. I've noticed more and more that they're a roster of, like, these players that I feel like we've known for a little bit, but not really. Like they've never, none of these guys have actually really been on a top-tier team that we've seen, compete later on in tournaments.
Nope.
Catlamine, Archie Tiger, Marcus Moy, Slaske. They've all been around for a long time. We've seen them before, but they've never been at the forefront. So this is kind of their opportunity now.
Actually, Archie Tiger is the exception. I don't know if you remember One Trick Pony. Yeah, Charles Midori been playing for them. Archie Tiger was one of the original members on One Trick Pony, so he's been there. He's been there once before.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you're definitely right. It's these people are up and coming. They wanna get the gold.
Get their share of the prize pool now, the bigger share, perhaps even make the bracket stage, which especially with the X-Sync situation, again, in general, it really, the door's wide open right now. It's any team, it feels like, here in this time of division can go pretty far, so
yep.
Yeah, no exception there. Anyways, this draft's continuing. Valkyrie coming out for BMG here.
An interesting hero. She's okay against Riftblade, I suppose, even for later on in the game, but so Valkyrie is one of those heroes you can get away with building Nullfire on, and Nullfire is going to be a really good hero, a really good pickup against Hellbringer, because you can purge Malphas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good point.
So Yeah, that would be one way to take off this big demon that's just gonna rain fire and doom on you. So I'd expect that's why they picked up Valkyrie.
Now, actually, speaking of the Hellbringer too, it looks like okay, probably gonna be more, well. I wonder, is it gonna be more of a secondary support here, or is it actually gonna be like a middle Hellbringer?
I think Sasuke's playing Metal Hellbringer.
Okay.
Sasuke is a master of the OP heroes. But he's gonna get Swift Blade. Like he plays a really good deadlift. We saw him play a really good parallax apparently. So
Yeah.
that's deadlift, parallax, and if he also plays Hellbringer, that's a trio.
You see there,
First.
that's a classic lane. Get a cursed Valkyrie for these guys at least. They're bringing it back here. Boxy is going to be playing the Valkyrie. Right
Interesting. Yeah. Well, that definitely tells me that. Wait, that's a Midas Balthasar. Okay, so that's probably gonna be a Midas short lane.
here. Interesting.
And then Man Up. I think maybe they Man Up Starlining.
Wow, so they're really relying on this Valkyrie to be kind of the carry, and
I think so. Yeah.
huh?
Okay. That was kind of that's not really what you wanted. If Valkyrie is supposed to carry, she should go. She should be going Thunderclaw so she can get farm, and not the Nullfire. But I'm not actually sure. Like, Boxy doesn't really stand out to me as a farmer, like a player that really enjoys farming a lot. He's more about the boom boom power and getting kills and whatnot.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a little unexpected here from BMG. But we did just get finished saying too how they, the Chipper, the Bobstar has played Chipper, and like short lane him, and so I guess it's not like that far off, but
they're going to have that. There's a lot of pressure on BMG's shoulders with this lineup because they will not win past 40 minutes. I do not believe so. Against the Salomon and Swiftblade with Hellbringer and Magnus behind them, and even an Empath jump Swiftblade, that's a lot of really strong carry. As soon as there's some gold behind it, so BMG needs to finish this game before the other team gets up and running. And I don't see them they don't have a lot of push. They have Torture for pushing and Midas to clean waves, but I would give this game right off the bat to Recent Gaming.
yeah.
Yeah, just if they manage not to if they manage to execute correctly, not feed a lot of kills, there should be relatively low chances of BMG being able to break their base before Salomon is beast, and same goes for Swiftblade. So yeah,
All
that would
right,
be my take on it.
Luckily for BMG, got to actually play the game here, but
Exactly.
from paper from the draft and how things feel, definitely Recent Gaming maybe feeling pretty good too. Again, off that high of beating X-Sync, and I know again it's not the same team by any means that it was just last cycle even, but still the name, definitely quality players nonetheless, and it's got to be a good boost of morale for them. So off to the stronger start here, trying to continue that against BMG now. By the way, there's the other series going on at the same time as usual with these group stages here. Fresh versus Rexar's Reborn should be happening here at the same time, and actually checking in on that. Looks like
that's actually that's a really interesting matchup because the Rexars, they play really aggressive, and Mint, they play, or Fresh, they play, they don't play aggressive. So usually those are some really entertaining games. I've learned from watching them scrim.
Yeah, no, definitely keep an eye on that one there. Looks like they're in the draft now, so we'll see their lineups here soon enough. As maybe even by the time this pause ends here. Okay. It's about a reason, apparently. That never gets old, man.
No.
When one team goes, so what are we waiting for? And the other team's like, oh, go. It's like,
Yeah,
what the hell were we waiting for?
That's what you do when you're strat posting. It's like, oh, okay, you don't want to be posted anymore. I guess we'll have to unpost then.
Yeah.
That was just a strat post.
All right. Well, Hellbringer doing the Insania thing here. He ports bottom, and he's going to place a ward of sight.
Yeah, he's afraid of the tri lane. This is going to give some really good vision. That's really smart plays from Bunny Lover. I think Salmon is going to be mid lane. I've experienced Marcus Moy lane mid, and he has a position here on the map that would say that he's going mid against Midas. It looks like. Then bot lane we're gonna have Hellbringer, Swiftblade, funky lineup.
Is Hellbringer playing support, really? Okay, so yeah, that's a bunny lover
Yeah.
here. Archie-Tigger's playing the empath, so it's a secondary support Hellbringer, really.
Oh, they're gonna clash here.
Uh-oh.
With Magnus close, this could actually be it.
Valkyrie, do they have an initial stun? Hellbringer doesn't bring any. Oh, I guess with that Demon Strike, there we go. The spin comes out. She has a leap, though. Wall?
Oh, the wall,
Yes,
the wall.
the wall hits. He stopped chasing, though. If that's a
Like Box.
difference, it might be. Boxy's going to pop the health potion, and he is going to take some auto attacks now, though. Couple more. I don't think it's going to be enough. The Demon Strike
no.
just misses, and he will survive. Yeah, if Swiftblade actually trusted that the wall would land, then that would have been a kill, I'm pretty sure.
Yep, 100%. That was poor execution, man. That's something that gets me going. That was really well played. Like, and Magnus could have actually caught up as well, but they just completely lost faith in that wall. Like, Empath should have been screaming in the sky, like, guys, I'm walling this, keep going. But they didn't know. They didn't really talk together there. So that's unfortunate.
Now it may still. So they're gonna really just keep this trialing going here. And, I mean, the idea of a Valkyrie Curse is that ideally it should be able to withstand this. But as I say that, a Curse is actually finding himself in a pretty troublesome spot, and he may very likely fall. There we go. Bloodlust kill comes out for Archtiger, actually. Playing the empath here. So, I mean, they get a Bloodlust in the end here.
He kind of played as if he had an ulti, but, you know, you need level 6 before you can be that aggressive. Yeah. It's like the strength of this lineup is that a Curse can sit behind Valkyrie and make sure she can always survive. But if a Curse is in there himself, like, he doesn't have the escape. He has a shield. And that's not necessarily going to count as an escape. Especially not against an empath wall. And Architiger's been landing some good walls.
Yeah, seems like he's very confident with that. Of course, a good combination with that Swiftblade has been shown once again. So, yeah, how about BMG choosing not to have the Torturer down here? I mean, obviously, maybe from the beginning, it's not too surprising, but do you think they maybe should look to maybe transition Torturer down here, or is he fine boxing out Magnus at the top?
I think it's... Like, BMG, they want farm on Maki. They want that Polk initiation. And I can understand that as well from a point of... Like, they're not going to have a lot of initiation if Magnus starts, like, winning against Meraxis somehow. So, I understand that, but... It's one of those calls that are actually tough. Because if your Valkyrie gets no farm and she's the only carrier on your team, you're relying a lot on her getting, like... that's risky. They're trying here, but Valkyrie still has the leap up.
Yeah, so. They're going pretty deep here. Now, they have a double damage on Hellbringer, so that's why they're maybe a little more confident. But, yeah, I mean, a Curse, again, that's what makes it very difficult here as they've progressed here.
That was a... It feels like they're not talking together. Like, someone needs to call the break here when they're not getting the kill. They just... Oh. No, I mean, it didn't make sense to chase a Valkyrie that can always just run.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was close.
Wow! Double damage and it's doing work.
Yeah. That Boxy's playing it. Boxy's playing like way down to the line here for some reason.
Yeah.
Guess trying to bait them.
I guess so. And you know what really does make this extra interesting the more you think about it is that this goes back to what we said when the draft finished here, that this is a carry Valkyrie essentially. This is what BMG really put as their actual carry hero. Now, you know, clearly they just ultimately want to win a lot sooner than later, but he only is 4-1 right now, 120 gold per minute. He's in no position whatsoever to actually farm very well here. That's a concern.
Yep. Definitely, and yeah, as I was saying, like I feel like this is just a question of them being outdrafted to some extent. I feel like Recent Gaming has a stronger lineup in this case.
Yeah.
Because Valkyrie Curse, they're not going to be killing anything. It's like a passive lineup, but they don't win late game. So what are you actually drafting for? I'm not sure. We need to see something fantastic from Fusion's lineup in order for it to work, I think.
Well, it does go back to what you pointed out, too, about Maka here on Moraxis. He really needs to come through. And also Midas. I mean, Baltazar here. And how is this matchup going, by the way? Not often you see the carry players of either side in a middle matchup against each other, but happens to be the case here as Baltazar on the Midas, Marcus Moy on Salomon. Salomon's actually not doing too well. 19-2 creep farm. He's under 300 gold per minute, which to me just seems crazy for a Salomon, but he is...
It's actually really solid against the Midas. Being 300 DPM as a melee against Midas, that's 100% good.
Okay.
But, I mean, I get what you're saying in a 1v1 matchup, but the fact that Salomon is this high, that means they're winning. Because Midas is a hero that should be dominating. Midas should, like... Solomon should be at, what, like 200? But this matchup, Solomon is pretty good in mid lane.
All right. So the fact that he's doing at least all right, I guess is good news here for Reason. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Magnus has been down here. They're trying to set up a kill, and actually, I feel like they got an angle right here. A Curse is in a lot of trouble, if anything. Torture's also coming down. Yeah, Curse got a little too comfortable there. He pops a shield, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get away. Meanwhile, the turn on this Swiftplay, the arrow connected, and they get the kill right there. So even if a Curse dies, it's worth it. Down goes a Curse. Magnus almost dies. In fact, yep, he is going to go down. Valkyrie's able to snipe him out with the arrow, or just the auto attack even. Meanwhile, Hellbringer and Empath are trying to run. You do see Salomon coming. He has ulti form, actually. This should definitely at least be killing a Torturer. Yeah, he's going to dodge the stun, get the easy kill. Now can Valkyrie get away? She doesn't have leap. And no mana anyway, so unless a Curse gets here in time, yep, the shield comes out. Is it enough burst heal? I don't know if it's going to be. Yeah, another leap, and down he goes, and now a Curse is going to die as well to top it all off. You just gave a hat trick to Salomon. Oh, no, Bunny Lover actually got that. Never mind. Well, anyways, it's still a hat trick.
Yeah.
Legion side.
I mean, they will take it anyway.
Yeah.
It's like Marcus Moy is 350 DPM now. And that's a Salomon who's really not like... You don't want to see Salomon with a lot of farm, because that means he's very quickly going to be like getting the extra farming item that's just going to make him explode in Flash Farm. And as soon as... If that happens, you can't outcarry him with a lineup like the Hellborn. So, yeah, this is looking grim for them.
You see bottom down here, Torture back, and obviously, again, he's made that rotation now as trying to help out more of this trial in here. Maybe it's more access has just gotten to a point where he's obviously very comfortable himself. He has a 3-level advantage over Magnus, so yeah, he's in a pretty good spot to be left alone here now. Torture.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, Magnus is not going to contest him. But I wonder if it's too late.
Huh.
Well, I mean, sure.
I was going to say, as I say that, though, I mean, Torture, sure enough, comes back to the top lane.
Oh.
Court's back up here, so.
It seems like they're not really sure what they want with their lineup here on BMG sides. I mean, Midas is having good farm, but he's not that good against a Swiftblade or a Salmon, for that matter, who has, like, so much, like, Swiftblade has the magic immunity, and Salmon has, like, that extra life in his ulti. Yeah. Oh, top lane?
Magnus probably going to die right here. He's used both Lava Surge and Steam Bath already. Yep, easy kill in the end. It's good pursuit. And Moraxis will gladly take that. Again, over 400 gold per minute now. He is working towards that portal key next. He has 1,600 gold saved up. So, especially when he gets that, maybe just going to push in this top tower even to assist doing so. But, going to start moving.
What they could do is, I mean, if Moraxis just lands those ganks, they can buy some time, and if Moraxis can just be super hyper aggressive and keep getting ganks, Midas is an easy lane where he can definitely secure a kill, and then that way they might be able to completely just dominate the other team, but it's hard in top lane.
That's the dive, Magnus. Too much lockdown. Sasuke goes down yet again, so he is having no impact now at this point. In fact, negative impact, you could say, as he's giving kills, obviously. So we saw him earlier rotate to the bottom lane, be active there, so may want to think about doing something like that once again. Granted, we see BMG has kind of rotated themselves. Valkyrie's actually now working towards the top lane, so it looks like that portal key pickup on Moraxis is going to be a timing for Valkyrie to come up here and pick up farm now. at the top lane.
They're rotating Swiftblade into the jungle, so Hellbrain can farm bottom.
Okay.
That's interesting.
That actually, you know, this is definitely big time hindsight here, but it didn't even really hit me until now that they could have done Salamon bottom lane with that tri lane and just had him, you know, get great farm there, and just had Swiftblade instead of middle. But
yeah, but the thing is, they weren't sure if there was gonna be a cursed Torture and Valkyrie, in which case Swiftblade would be better to get kills, or if it, you know, they didn't see it was just a cursed Valkyrie.
yeah.
And Marcus Meyer, I know for a fact he's been laning Salmon mid before, so yeah, if they'd laned Salmon bottom, they wouldn't have gotten any kills against an accursed Valkyrie. So yeah, I think they did the right thing. In laning Salmon mid, he got 300 DPM or a little bit below. That's still good. And Swiftblade, he's okay. He's okay farmed as well. So all I feel like the laning phase for recent gaming is like definitely justifiable. And Root is playing really dangerous game here.
Yeah. He's been playing like that a lot, I feel like, here in this early game, and you know he does have the 3 deaths to show for it, you could say. So, but
Yeah.
for now he's going to be fine at least, as he's kind of just trying to leech experience at this point, clearly.
Yeah, it kind of bothers me a little bit that Archie Tiger's not poking in, trying to find like the guy who's. I mean, he doesn't see Torture, but he knows Valkyrie's not there. So, at this point, oh, top lane.
They catch Magnus, the arrow. No, it hit the creep. I thought it hit him, actually, but it hits the creep instead, so he's able to stun and will stay alive. Yeah, that creep happened to be just at the perfect angle there to save the day. Torture in the flank. He's going to put a worse sight down. Not going to go, though. As bottom lane, they're trying to dive. Yes, he's not level 6, so that will be a kill.
Port out. Oh, no, he didn't port out.
Oh, he's going to go for the run. Empath goes inside, gives him the speed burst. And look at this. He may actually go for a turn. Well, he doesn't have his ulti now, so.
That was a good juke from Cat LeMain, but he could also just, you know, port it out while he was spinning.
Hellbringer's coming, by the way. He has ulti. They could go for kill your Midas. I think they're going to, they're going to try for it. No, Hellbringer's a little too far now. Not on point. They're communicating.
Yeah. Well, it's still a kill for the Legion side, and they didn't have to pay with anything, so they're happy about that.
Very true. Ooh, Veldrot, though. Here comes that Portal Key more Axis, so we'll see what kind of impact it has here now. If they get a kill out of this is going to be huge. Swiftblade is that candidate. He's sticking around. Moraxis, yep, he's going to go here. There's the stomp. Do they have enough damage? The Majax explosion, they do. It's just not quick enough to react if you're recent game in there.
Yeah, they didn't really have, like, Hellbringer wasn't close enough, but if Hellbringer had been right next to them, he could have popped down the ulti, and that could have been a huge turn, but yeah, unfortunately, they didn't really see that coming.
What is Archie Tiger going, by the way? Is Archie Tiger in trouble? Yeah, they're trying to dive him. He's going to hide in the trees. We'll find now.
Pretty sure he's going for Dawnbringer.
Okay, so they're just going to go Lightbrand first. Interesting.
It's a very greedy build.
Yeah. That is interesting. But, yeah, no, I find it hard to believe it's going to be anything else. I mean, he's obviously, especially with Swiftblade going the Energizer, I mean, he's clearly, Salamon's clearly the carry here. At least in the sense of wanting to get massive farm on him, so.
Yeah, there's the Lightbrand pickup.
There we go.
It's a pretty greedy pickup, but if he doesn't get pressured, he's gonna be able to farm a little bit faster with it.
Yeah.
And bot lane, Midas has his portal key as well.
Wow, yeah. I got a couple portal keys now. BMG gonna continue to try to use it here. They know this is an advantage, and Swiftblade again is gonna be picked off. So Swiftblade now finding himself in a spot of falling victim here to these portal keys. Empath, you see Morax is gonna cut her off. Should be a kill. There we go. In comes Mephisto. Salamon's here. Pops the ultimate form. Valkyrie Prism is out, but the Rev Wards are out as well. Moraxis, Matrax is up. He's going to stay alive for the time being. Death Pool hits, but he portal keys away. Salamon's just not close enough. Has to pop out with the ultimate. And that will be the end of the chase. Or maybe Magnus? No, he's going to fall back now. Wow, they all stay alive. They get the 2 kills. They get the hell on out of there. So good job with Valkyrie Prism. And, well, Moraxis, I feel like we've seen that a lot today, especially.
Yep. Very
lives.
strong hero. Like, not a lot of heroes can survive that. He just pops his ulti there, and he actually can pokey out because the damage is post mitigation, so it doesn't count as a counter to, or as a, it doesn't cancel the pokey cooldown. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like Cat Main here is making a lot of decisions that kind of comes back to hurt him. Like you as Swiftblade, they can't cancel your TP out. Always carry a TP on you so you can spin and TP out. That's what I would be doing with him. And he's been dying a lot to this Moraxis. Who's getting... No, top lane. Top lane.
Top lane, they're definitely looking for another jump on a Swiftblade. However, I think Valkyrie poked in a little too quickly there. The spinning Swiftblade wasn't vulnerable, so...
Yep.
Something's up. Meanwhile, middle lane, though, Midas, the real one, comes in. However, can't get there in time.
Salmon is about to get caught here.
Salomon has no clue that they're just about to jump him here. And you do have to be a little critical of that. They were just right over here to the left in the jungle. And if anything, you should have been playing that maybe a little more cautious-like.
Yep.
Rather than just sitting in the camp, but...
Okay. So it sounds like... It looks to me like BMG actually will be able to take this. Even though, in my opinion, the draft is better on recent action happening.
That's a dead Archie Tiger. Magnus will get away. But, man, you just tell... I mean, BMG just turned it on now, and really nothing going for Reason Gaming all of a sudden.
They don't have the good a good enough wards to... maybe they do. I don't know. The players are just... when you see Kisu playing Suicide, it's like he has this spider sense. He knows when he's about to get ganked. But I didn't feel like that from, like, these people. They're not careful enough. And they need to be super careful in their lineup with this. They can't be feeding kills. They're going to win late game, but if they play recklessly right now, they won't get to the late game. And right now, BMG is taking full advantage of the recklessness.
Yeah, the Portuguese were clearly a huge boost here for BMG. That's what you like to see. I mean, both Midas and Moraxis getting them have definitely made a huge impact. Valkyrie did get the Energizer again. Boxy, not typically the carry player. Rudizy, nice job with the flame consumption there. Goes off in time and prevents them from committing to a kill. So, another job of staying alive. But again, so that's where I think the fault definitely continues to lie, though, for BMG, is that Valkyrie, especially with the way he's built, and again, he's just not typically his role of carry. And just in general on paper, this lineup is not really a team that wants to carry into the late game by any means. So that's where it could fall apart if they're not careful. They just really have to keep it going here, and don't leave a little bit of room for both Swiftblade and Salomon to start spiking up here.
But they're doing a good job. They've been killing both Salomon and Swiftblade at this point. So and Midas is well on his way to his sheepstick. Like, this game could get closed out by BMG, and Salomon is farming under Vision here. That Border of Revelation should top lane.
Yep, he just walked right up with the invis. The Valkyrie Prism gank was real. And just simply literally walked right next to Swiftblade and eventually stomped him. Executed for the kill. So, by the way, Moraxis has a glowstone. What is... oh, that's right! His new Staff of the Master!
Oh my god, I kind of want to see that.
So for those that I'll scroll over here. Yeah, it shoots axes out of everything. When enemies who do damage or are hit by the Matrix detonation, dealing damage equal to your current level of more axes. Who you damage or are hit by the Matrix detonation. Okay, so basically whenever you do damage with the ultimate up, it'll shoot axes at them from you. So you don't have to use the ability. So it's just... yeah, it's just that much more damage. And I don't know if it's actually really good or not. I assume it's actually pretty good, but...
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to see it in a competitive scenario.
I can't see anything else. I mean, Frost of Skull is definitely not going. I mean, Icon, I guess, would be completely crazy, but probably not.
Icon could be good in the sense that Moraxis is kind of low on mana. So it's pretty close between Icon and Staff, but just for the new factor, I kind of want him to go Staff.
He's going Icon.
Oh, okay.
What a
Well,
bummer, man.
yeah.
I was looking forward to that staff too, but yeah, he just picked up a pickled brain. So
I mean, it makes him tanky, and he's gonna get even more mana in the team fights, and that's what Miraxus kind of is lacking. He runs dry pretty quickly, so it makes sense. Oh yeah.
why not a Hellflower though? I feel like we do see Hellflowers a bit on more Axis.
That's a
Instead.
good point. I feel like maybe he just. I feel like he want to be tanky, so a curse can save him on initiation. Maybe that's the thought process there. But that would be. Oh, sorry. Action. Balthazar goes down actually.
Yeah, I was watching that there as Malphus used first a lit into a Salamon going ultimate form and eventually killed him in the end, of course. So he's now wish for revenge here. So ooh, he ports out, and that arrow was just to the left, right of him, whatever you want to say, to the side of him there.
That was
be fine.
Oh, he's going. Someone has completely he's not gonna go for the last piece to Dawnbringer.
Huh.
He's gonna stick with Searing Light and go for the Restoration Stone. Interesting.
Indeed.
Oh, Miraxus.
Axis is going to be found by Swiftblade here.
He's baiting it.
Okay.
No?
Too much damage in the end. Maybe been baiting for a turn, but unfortunately.
I feel like he was baiting because he could have popped his ulti. I checked him and he was not locked down. Like he could have popped his ulti. So, yeah. Well, it allows Legion side to get back into the game here. And if Salomon actually gets that Restoration Stone, they at that point, I feel like Hellborn team, they need to be afraid.
Yeah.
They need to be worrisome of what's going on because that's going to make for a very, very tanky Salomon. It's going to be, I'm not even sure how much damage the ulti deals, when he does the ball thingy, but it's quite a bit. Mm-hmm. And he's going to have 2 of those.
Yeah, I know this is always a debate. Complexity, Formless is the one that plays it the most on the scene, and he actually does not go Resto Stun. He refuses to get it until a very late game. So, and I know that throws a lot of people off, and that's always been questioned and whether or not that is the best decision. But we're going to see here, Marcus Moy obviously going the more, you could say, almost traditional style as the TMM build of the Resto Stone, relying more on that ultimate instead, which again is a very powerful combat tool, yes. I will say with their lineup, having the Swiftblade, I think, makes it more reasonable. Much more reasonable here. Because he's more the carry, the right-click carry that could be instead.
I feel like it's more so that it's just like Formless, that's how Formless plays Han. He goes hard carrying anything, and maybe he consider Restoration Stone to be too soft for him. That's not hardcore enough. I'm not sure, but I feel like Restoration Stone on Salomon is core, no matter what you're trying to achieve, because that ulti makes you so powerful, and your spells, they scale as well. Like the jump and his cure ability, they deal more damage. I'm not actually sure how it works, but I'm pretty sure they scale to some extent. It's such a strong ulti that if you have 2 of them in a team fight, you're pretty likely to come out on top.
Now, we do see Valkyrie get in the no-fire, and I know you were talking about this at the beginning too, who, by the way, also got the token as they kill Conga right there as they're pushing, but this was as good as no-fire is to get. Again, it's great against Malphus. It's almost necessary, you could say.
Yep.
This means, though, he's not... The damage is going to be lacking here on the Hellborn side. I mean, the damage threat is going to be pretty weak as this game
and he
picks
can't
up here.
farm.
Exactly.
Like
that's
that's a problem. Yeah, exactly. Like Nullfire is not great for farming. It's not a farming tool. It's a fighting tool. Which in that sense it makes sense. Like this is an item saying, all right, we are fighting now, or we are losing because our carry just went like a fighting tool, not a farming tool. So we won't have a chance later on. And I think Salomon actually has enough for Resto Stone.
He just purchased the Sustainer, and then he sold it, I think. So he was checking.
Yeah.
So he's still a little bit shy.
It's
coming up.
Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, he almost has it though. It definitely is coming up right here. And so by the time BMG is going to be comfortable, maybe trying to break into the base, he should definitely have it. So
And
That'd be good
chances of
news.
them finishing him off before before he even ultis, they're pretty slim due to the Hellbringer. Hellbringer is gonna make sure that. Did he really buy that and then still have 3K?
No, he's
I'm not sure
selling
what
it.
he.
He's buying and selling. He keeps checking. Yeah.
Okay, he's
Trying to
maybe
concern.
he's bad at math. I don't blame him, but kind of throwing us off a little bit there. He's gonna have it now.
Yeah, there you go. Just enough there. All right. So he has it here. Double ultimate's going to be good to go. But that also takes me back a little bit to the Moraxis. Not choosing to get something like a Hellflower. How it's great against a hero like Salamon, especially who has a Resto Stone, who's really relying
Salamon,
on an ultimate. Speaking of that, they're going to go on it. But if he ulties, which never mind, he won't because he died too quickly. Well played.
Yeah. I mean that's why I was mentioning like the Hellbringer. They can kill him like that, but if Hellbringer is there to stop the action with a stun, that's gonna give him space enough to ulti, and then he can continuously like keep the ultis coming and get the damage off. But if he just like goes full YOLO, 1 versus 5, he's gonna get killed before he gets to use his ulti.
We saw right there again upfront burst. They definitely have it. So definitely have to be of concern there for Reason Gaming. As a sheepstick on Midas, obviously big as well. 1,000 more gold already saved up, pushing on the top lane. But as you see, too, the Midas needs to fall back as here comes the pain train of Reason Gaming. As Swiftblade is sitting nearby, the arrow's going to go on through. And Moraxis might jump. He's going to. He was a little bit slow, though. And now here comes Malphite. The eruption going off. It will get off, actually. And Moraxis will fall, as will a Curse. On top of that, he could have ulted the whole time. Torture goes down. Valkyrie and Midas are barely alive in the background. They did kill Magnus, but obviously he did his job. Swiftblade, meantime, can't chase down Valkyrie. She's able to port out before she goes down. So it will be a 3-for-1 exchange, but a one fight definitely for Reason there.
And that was without Salmon.
Yes. That's scary.
Yeah,
it was a failed initiation, but yeah, it's still.
Definitely. But, I mean, chances are Swiftblade would have gotten his damage off regardless. It was just... Hellbringer is so strong, man. It's... That ulti just... It stops the entire enemy team for, like, a second. And that's usually enough for... Like, for you to just do all sorts of shenanigans.
Saw there, middle lane. Here we go. The Purge onto Hellbringer himself. Throws out the Demon Strike, but unfortunately not going to save it. In fact, the Bound Eye drops on top of that, which Valkyrie gladly pick up, and they deny the tower on top of that. So overall, a pretty good series of events right there for the Hellborn team, but still a lot more needing to happen. Now, I mean, they know Malphite is dead, though, and I think that's kind of a cue for them. Trying to make a play here. Yeah,
I hope Salmon is going to get the Shrunken Head here as his next item.
Yeah.
That's going to be, like, they only have magic damage on this side. And I think Swiftblade might be going for a Shrunken Head as well, just to make sure that he actually lives even when he's not spinning. Seen it before, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's what he chooses to do. Valkyrie is going to get Geos. Okay.
Kind of transition more into that. I mentioned Swiftblade with a Mighty Blade as well, so perhaps that Shrunken Egg coming out too on top of the Frostburn. Here comes a Valkyrie Prism, by the way. But Reason Gaming, they know something was up. They're going to fall back.
Good. That's good. They definitely... Alright, they were like, okay, they're all missing. They're probably trying to gang us with ulti, so let's fall back. And that's a good response.
Yeah.
And then Hellbringer's like, oh, let's check out what happens here. He actually gets a very important ward down.
Yeah, it's a very aggressive ward there from Bunny Lover. Get some nice information. He's going to even spot Torture running on by, and the Hellborn team even just running through in general. So, get some good insight as the top side you see Swiftblade's going to go up here and try to finish that Shrunken Head. Again, both him and Salamon are working towards finishing it. Salamon in the jungle a little bit, going to need to be covered, which they're doing. Because
they see him.
They're actually going to catch Valkyrie right here. That's a big jump. In comes Malphite as well. However, Ultiform Salamon couldn't get their time. In fact, he gets stomped by Moraxis. They're going for a turn now. But there jumps Salamon on it. Torturer goes down immediately. Coming out of his first ultimate, has a second one. And look at Valkyrie. Oh my god, she actually lived, actually. That was the wrong one. That was somebody else tied in the background. But
cursed.
anyways, Magnus does go down. Meanwhile, down here, they do eventually catch Valkyrie, and it's just too much pressure, too much damage onto her. So, numbers-wise, in favor of Reason here, Midas and Moraxis will fall back from it. So the double ultimate Salamon does pay off. And yeah, that Ward of Sight did come through big time from Hellbringer earlier.
Yep, definitely. Set up some good initiation on Valkyrie. Unfortunately, or unfortunately for Reason Gaming, Maki had a really good interruption of their initiation with the Moraxis stun. But all in all, pretty solid fight for Reason Gaming. I mean, both their carriers survived, and they got the kill on Valkyrie. Oh.
However, damage there on a Swift Blade and eventually pick him off and then fall back from there. So, yeah, Legion's side, they have to be really careful with these, with thinking fights are over, but
They don't respect BMG at all. They're farming like so boldly, and it's just they get like Catalina has died 5 times already. It's Marcus Moy. His game sensor tinkling. He's gonna fall back.
However, middle lane, this is exactly where Swiftblade died. And now Salamon might follow suit unless he gets the support. Magma stuns in. There we go. They save Salamon initially. He doesn't have ulti for him, though, so he's not going to be fighting this, or he doesn't want to, at least. Matrax going to be popped by Moraxis. Salamon just can't do enough damage. Again, he really is all in on that ultimate, of course.
Yep.
With this build, so we'll fall back from there. But it did end up getting Magnus killed, though.
Yeah. I mean, Magnus kind of took one for the team here, making sure that he was the one dying, not Solomon. But god damn it, the 2 carries here, they're definitely out of position. They're finding themselves out of position a lot.
Yeah.
And that won't do if you're gonna win against BMG here. Can't let your carries get killed like that.
Nope. You gotta be extra careful.
Someone has shrunken head almost.
Yeah, after this creep wave here, in fact, once he gets the last hits, which he's not, unfortunately. But, okay, never mind.
Unfortunately.
So, still a little shy, but he will have it just in the next couple seconds, even.
That's unfortunate when the towers just start trolling you.
Yeah. What did I see? Yeah, Frostfield plate on Midas. Okay. Bulking up a little bit. Get some anti-carry, you can call.
Yeah.
Frostfield plate. So despite maybe not the greatest carry potential lineup here on the Hellborn side, I mean, they're managing to scale fairly well here, and they're really relying on their jump and burst, and obviously that's been working out for them.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, but in roughly, like I said earlier on, when the game was beginning, that I don't see them winning when it goes 40 minutes in or more. And I still stand by that. I don't think they're going to have great chances of winning in 10 minutes' time.
Yeah.
If this game is still going without it in racks down, of course.
I think the best way to look at it, too, is that I really feel like BMG's been outplaying Reason Gaming quite a bit here. Yeah. Yet, Reason Gaming still is in a decent spot to actually win this game because of the lineup. Now, look at this Veiled Rock coming through. They're going to find Torture.
What? No!
Okay, they really wanted that Torture dead. So,
oh, my God.
Using a 140-second cooldown now, maybe not necessarily the most efficient.
You can't do that. You can't use Malphus on a hard support like that. Malphus is your lifeline. But they catch
Midas. He did not. Oh, that's why his elemental warp was. I was wondering why he wasn't using it right away, but he happened to just use it as he got found by Swiftblade, and then Magma Stun eventually followed. So, yeah, maybe a little bit of a misplay there using Malphus, but they also get a Midas out of it in the end. So ultimately, it kind of works out for them.
They're not gonna get punished for that. But Morax is gonna stun Magnus here. No, okay. But you gotta be careful with heroes like Tempest, like Hellbringer, like Salmon. You gotta be very careful what you spend your ultis on later on. You gotta be sure that you're spending them on the right targets, or someone is just gonna buy back immediately and go take your axe because your ultis are down. That's what happens in high tier play. Like let's say BMG goes in and Torture goes in, baits the Malphus on him, and all of a sudden, and Salmon ultis. Then Torture buys back, and they go as 5 and challenges the Maxes. What answer does Reason Gaming have? They have no answer.
Yeah.
They are an ulti-based team, so I can't, like, they need to really be careful with those ultis.
Yeah.
That was my point.
Absolutely. His bottom lane, more access. He's fine. If he poked into that creep wave, he might have been in some trouble, but he decides to fall back, and definitely the correct decision there. Meantime, Salamon, so now he's at a spot. If you're Salamon here, I would think maybe trying to get, I don't know though, it's like, what would you really try to get here, you feel?
I would get tanky. I would get very tanky. Yeah, because the tankier you are, the less chance of the other team killing you before you get your ultis up. And, like, your ultis is all the damage you need, usually. So, yeah, I'll just get more tanky on Salmon. Like, maybe even a hard Frostbolt, whatever. He has a Switchblade in his back, so he doesn't have to, you know, go the super hardcore. And Kogger goes down again, uncontested.
Yep. They easily damage it down. You got Valkyrie picking up the token once again. Second time they killed it. Second time she has it. So, think that this is the one that really matters now if you're BMG. Trying to make a push into the base, break through, at least get a one set of racks. Could be very crucial here with this token here for the next 5 minutes or so. They're going to find something. They're going to try to find something middle. You see Valkyrie sitting here on the uphill, but he is spotted by the ward of sight, so not being so sneaky. In fact, he needs to be careful to get jumped. Ooh, he leaps at the last second there. They were charging in as if they wanted to go, but Valkyrie a little too quick. They do not have more access with them, so if the Hellborn team's looking to pick a fight, might not be the best choice. Magnus isn't with the Legion team either, though, so both teams missing an initiator here.
I would like to see Switchblade and Salmon save up for buybacks. It seems like they're playing against a team that probably won't win against them later on. So if they have a buyback, that's like extra safety that will secure them from just losing to like a pickoff and then losing racks. So I would like to see them both the carries carry enough gold on them to be able to buy back. BMG is pressuring mid here.
Here we go. See Swiftblade holding his ground. Does have that Brutalizer now. So yeah, he actually just passed up the Shrunken Head instead he goes to Brutalizer. As show the wall on the Valkyrie a little bit just to harass, try to keep them off. Not going just yet though. You mentioned no buy. Well, there's probably enough. Yeah, definitely enough now on Salamon. As all of a sudden, yeah, he's farming top lane, but they need to get back here soon.
What's he doing? They're just giving their racks away.
Oh yeah, it's already at half life. Jeez. Yeah, there's no way they could just give this up. That'd be silly.
Yeah, I mean, it is mid racks that they're not that valuable of all the racks, but it's still racks. You don't want to give it away for free, and that's I feel like they have the upper hand, but they're just so afraid of getting outplayed that they're playing it a little bit too safe here. I wouldn't have mind like someone just porting in, running at them. If he dies, he can buy back. They're in his base. They're gonna win that fight, almost no matter what, and they can take the fight to the opponent's side.
Yeah.
But they played it very carefully instead. Oh, that ward from Maki is scouting everything that's going on here.
You see Salomon is spotting throughout the jungle, or going throughout, yeah. He's gonna maybe looking to get a jumper. He needs to be careful though, because they just use Valkyrie Prism. Yeah, here goes more access. They think that they might have an opportunity here. The ward of sight's also going to spot the support kind of in the background, but they still have a decent jump chance.
They're not going to kill him here. If they go on him, Hellbringer's close. This is going to come back to hurt them if they go on him.
Yeah.
Don't go. Oh, if they can catch Hellbringer.
There, Hellbringer goes first, though, and now here comes a response from Salamon. He pops the ultimate. He kind of turned around there. I was going to say, you probably just got to go, though, if you're Salamon. You cannot run away at this point. He will find Valkyrie on the uphill. He leaped up here, and he couldn't get away. He does have the token alive. Of course, he's going to pop it right here as Salamon locked down again. He pops the Shrunken Head, though. There we go with a second ultimate, and Valkyrie will end up falling. Spin on a Moraxis in the background as well. Moraxis going to go down, so yeah, you really got to question what BMG had in mind there. Knowing that Hellbringer was going to be able to ultimate, they committed way too hard for that.
Yeah.
Down goes the curse. It's a 3-for-0 in the end. Where are they porting to? They're going top, it looks like, to push out this Creep Wave and Midas. At least Swiftblade is.
Yep. That was, and that's how they just let them initiate on Salmon. They followed up with Hellbringer ulti. Magnus can tap at someone if he feels like it, and boom, they win the team fight. That's what I wanted. I mean, it's gonna be really hard for BMG to come back in this game. And yeah, that was just well played. All the ultis are down, so yeah, I mean they're not that hard hitting in team fights right now. But on the other hand, BMG they have 3 dead players, so they can't really team fight right now either.
God, that was the first bottom tower still up. That finally got killed.
Yeah,
39 and a half minutes.
They've been playing super passive as well because BMG has just taken control. They took control over the game very early, but now they're starting to reach out here on the Legion side, feeling comfortable.
Ooh, so you're right. At least he agrees on your logic. Does Marcus Moy, the Behemoth's Heart here, picked up? So just stay alive, allow you to get your ultimate off is what matters.
Yep.
And that helps with that. So.
Definitely. And after that, he can get, I don't know, he can get Mark if he feels like. I personally wouldn't go for Mark, but instead of the TP, he could get what could Genjuro. Genjuro could have been a pretty solid pick on him.
This is bait. If they go on to Marcus Moy up here, this is bait.
Yeah. They don't have a ward anymore.
Uh-oh. Valkyrie and Midas. Oh, no. They're going to go for it, aren't they? They think so? No. Okay. Whew. Good for their sake.
Maybe
they are.
Oh, no.
Do they have enough damage quickly? They don't. Here comes... What was that? That was Empath? Okay, it was just Empath, actually. Man, they're lucky Hellbringer and somebody else wasn't nearby.
I don't even know what I just watched. Like, Marcus Moy was... I feel like he was baiting it.
Yeah. No, he was. He definitely was.
But why does he run back as soon as he gets support? That's the opposite of a bait. That's like, I'm going to farm stupidly here and then get surprised and then follow full retreat mode. I feel like that... Oh, bot lane.
I will say his teammates did seem like they were falling back as that jump, like, basically hit. So it happened to be very coincidental in terms of the timing there for BMG's sake. But, yeah, I mean, you're right, though. I mean, Marcus Moy probably could have actually gone a little more aggressive
like
into that. Yeah.
It felt like he was like, oh, shit, they're going at me. I got to run.
Maybe he tried to chase there, make them chase him further into more support.
Oh, yeah, that
was the idea.
Maybe, yeah, possibly.
Well, I mean, so a second off of his shrunken head, it's got to be down to 5. Oh, no, it's actually still 8 seconds. Wow. So, yeah, he still has plenty of time on that, and he does have the double ultimate again, so I guess really not the most crucial missed opportunity.
No, but you know what? He popped the shrunken as well. That definitely says, I don't want you to go on me. Go away.
Yeah.
So, I feel like that was just miscommunication. Maybe he didn't feel like, maybe he didn't trust his team to have his back.
Yeah, no, very possible. Very possible there, Will. You got Midas, 4,200 gold saved up onto him again. Why do we go on Midas? You know, Midas have always kind of joked about the idea of his right click and, you know, with the transmute out, it increases his damage even. And I wonder if we're going to see some kind of right click here from Midas. I don't know what.
I think we're gonna see a restoration stone.
Okay.
I feel like that could be really strong on Midas. What is Cat Lemaine doing here? He's gonna hit Cursed?
Huh. Are they gonna get him? Yeah, this should be dead Cursed. Maybe, unless the ultis, he does. Wear off.
That's gotta be oh no. Oh yes?
Ports are coming in. They're gonna try to turn actually. The Valkyrie Prism goes off. Now they might catch, however, Salamon's sitting right here. Oh boy,
yeah, but he's not in the front line. That's a big problem.
They see he's there. Hellbringer, Malphus. They need Malphus. Where's Malphus? It's not out yet. Storm Spirit is going to be used though. And here we go. Salamon ulti form pounces on a Torture. Quick kill there. Out comes Malphus finally. And now it is going to be killed instantly with that no fire blade. But the second ultimate of Salamon jumping on Valkyrie once again. Valkyrie just can't do a damn thing. She leaps away, but only to her death in the end. Meanwhile, back over here, Moraxis does it at falling. Cursed may stay alive for the time being, but he's going to try to TP out. Oh, he actually is going to be successful. Meanwhile, over here, Baltasar did get picked off by Salamon, actually. So the Behemoth's Heart definitely came through right there. And the Storm Spirit, of course.
Hellbringer took a 5-second arrow to the face.
Oh, that's why.
I was like, this team fight is gonna be horrible for them. But Marcus Moy goes in with all his tankiness and secures, like, make sure that Hellbringer doesn't die. Hellbringer went down to 100 HP from creeps attacking him, just
Jeez.
creeps. Yeah. Then he walks into the fight and throws down Malphus, and
He
that's
did his job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all that matters, really. So, yeah, I was calling for it, and I was wondering what the hell was going on, but that would have been brutal if that was a difference maker for Recent Gaming, but it wasn't in the end. They come through, and you see they port back before. Were there buybacks, I'm guessing? Yeah, definitely. Midas, Valkyrie, and Moraxis all bought back right there to defend the base, ultimately get nothing out of it in terms of kills. And Recent Gaming's got to feel pretty good right now. This goes back to the scaling of Bad Monkey Gaming right now. This is not a team that is necessarily... I mean, Valkyrie, to be fair, she does have a Dancing Blade now. It seems like she actually has potential to do pretty good here when it comes to right clicks. But
She's had that for, like...
yeah, no, it's definitely not going to be overwhelming either. I mean, it's going to be...
it is good that they're going now. The ultis are down. This is their chance to go.
Yeah.
So that's a good call from them. Whether or not they will be able to take this, that's a...
They're going to jump right here. Moraxis pops the shrunken head, though, holding his ground. Storm Spirit onto Salamon. He doesn't have an ulti for him, as Swiftblade does get picked up before he can use Swift Slashes, actually. He will buy back, however. Looking to come back in the midst of the fight. No ulti form still yet for Salamon. He needs to be careful about that. Magnus, though, comes in with the eruption eventually. Valkyrie goes down. Magnus will fall, but Salamon's still holding his ground. Swift Slashes from Swiftblade as he jumps back in. A Curse is actually holding his ground pretty well. Moraxis staying alive with the Icon of the Goddess buff right there. As Malphus comes down, but it missed him. And Salamon will end up falling, but he has 6,000 gold. He's not even buying back immediately. I guess he doesn't really need to. They're going to clean up without him. As down goes Moraxis, it's a genocide, and Bad Monkey Gaming has to know now, if they didn't already, that they are really, really far behind at this point.
Yep. That was without ultis. Like, Malphus effectively didn't do anything. It missed. It missed. So it was just a Malphus. And, yeah. This was kind of their chance to get back into the game. Instead, they got genocided. They forced, what, 2 buybacks from Magnus and Swiftblade? Each, and that's about it. And 2 more buybacks used on Balthasar and Maki.
Yep, so out of buybacks now on Midas and Moraxis here.
And on Rude as well.
Rude used the one of his, yep. So, really got one more chance here, you could say. Does Bad Monkey Gaming in a fight? Are they? Oh, I thought they jumped somebody. Okay, they're going for Conqueror, actually. This would be the 3rd Conqueror kill. It would be bananas, at least.
Completely bananas.
I don't know if it's going to be a free Conqueror kill, though. You see Salamon, he's going to be back up in a couple seconds. Oh, maybe, actually.
Doesn't look like they're really worried too much about it. I mean, they want to defend, but they're not ready for it. Salomon is kind of just chilling in the spawn here.
Yeah.
Not sure what this is. Oh, he was.
So,
he has enough for a buyback. That's the most important part.
Okay. Marcus Moy bought a post-haste here.
Yep.
Salamon. And that's another
Not really.
5,000 gold.
I mean, if they win the fight and he's alive, he can port to a side lane and push it up. But on that, it doesn't have that. Wait, do we not have an eye? Do they have? They have an eye in Archer. I was like,
yeah.
How can you fight without an eye?
They definitely need one.
And Swiftblade.
Swiftblade.
What's he
wow,
doing?
that is reckless. He's just expecting them not to have anything. That's just silly. Storm Spirit in the air, though, he's going to be fine. Meanwhile, Salamon does jump Valkyrie after the side. Valkyrie has that token. Once again, she's just running the whole time. Salamon just going further in. Out comes Malphus finally. And a Curse is feeling it. He pops the flame. He's actually going to be fine. Valkyrie's still alive, actually, with that token alive. Going to be fine for the time being. Salamon already double ulti, too, by the way. So he does not have any more ultimates up. As Magnus is dropping back in the background, Valkyrie will finally go down. But Magnus is dead so far, but now Salamon without an ultimate form. Empath inside, but it doesn't matter. She's being locked down. And Salamon will go down, so he has a buyback. But again, no ultimate, especially for his build. He's very all in on that idea. He's not going to be a huge presence, honestly, to hold here.
What? Well, huge credit to BMG for winning something they definitely should not be able to win. Like, that's just well played. 100%. That's just BMG really playing well.
Yeah.
And
And
at the same time, you gotta question some of these decisions here from the. Yeah, I don't want to flame.
no, it
But,
was. I mean, that was a horrible decision. I'll do it for you. That was a horrible decision by Swiftblade. You have no clue
Yeah.
what he was thinking. I mean, it's not like Bound Eye is a secret item either. He knew that they had a Bound Eye. So for some reason, he felt like the Genjiro made him invulnerable to damage, and he just kind of just charged in, when clearly that's not the case. So that was a complete lapse of judgment there. And, you know, again, the biggest, yes, BMG, they did play, they kited Salamon very well there during his double ultimate, so they deserve all the credit in the world for that, for sure. But it didn't hurt that, well, the Legion team kind of gave them a prime opportunity with the Swiftblade, who's a lot of their just consistent damage, especially when Salamon ultis are down, as we saw later in the fight, who kind of just went reckless as he did, and he had to buy back early on, which made him not really that useful. They now have mega creeps that they're going up against just like that. Unbelievable. I mean, just because of a decision like that, this game has completely turned to the side of Bad Monkey Gaming, and there's really no chance for Reason Gaming to win this unless just some absolute mirror. We've never seen a Mega Creeps comeback, so
Nope.
I don't think this is going to be the first.
I mean, it's gonna be really tough. Curse can even buy back, so they can be 5 versus 4 at this point because Empath is staying behind. No, he's running. Okay. Well, they gotta hurry because in approximately like I don't know, 2 minutes they're gonna be overrunning their base.
Look at how fast they are. It's so true. 475 movement speed. They are just trucking along, man. They're going there. So here comes the counter push. This is it. Salamon does have one ultimate at least. He's going to pop it right there, but look at Valkyrie immediately leaps away. Magma's eruption hit nothing as something stopped his portal key, I'm pretty sure. So the Hellborn team knows they just have to hold as much as they don't even necessarily need to kill. Just hold as long as possible. They do. You see port backs happening. Swiftblade trying to get back. That should really do it, though. Once you reset like this, once you try to reset against Mega Creeps, especially now, it's just really not going to happen. So Swiftblade is like, he's tanking all these Mega Creeps here. He's dying to them.
Oh, look at Balthasar here. Oh, he did find him.
Oh, yep, he got him. And Sasuke is going to be picked off. Yeah, especially for a younger team like this one, that is now the new Reason Gaming team. So this one's gonna sting for sure, but you gotta look back on it and realize where you went wrong. And I definitely think it was a couple of I mean, the Salamon build, it's fine. I mean, obviously that's a decision and it can work, but yeah, I think the choices of when to initiate, when to go in. Not letting BMG come to them and just countering with Hellbringer Malphite, which seemed like it worked several times this game so easily, was just a very poor decision.
I feel like they have to have the draft down, and the laning was also really fine. But my advice to these guys would be like check the replays, see where it went wrong, and talk about it, figure out how we can prevent that. And also they got picked off like way too much on Swiftblade and on Salmon as well. He also died after the PKs came out. So like talk over how you want to play these passive lineups, and if it's something for you even in the first place to play the passive lineups, because it takes a lot of game sense and possibly even some wards